This four, we don't see any damage on Medium Master, must be on the other side. There's Drambuie on ice, your winner in Super Cat. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson. Drambuie on ice, a checkered flag for Super Cat. And stays in first place in the national point standings. Drambuie on ice. There's Emotion Racing, as we said, got a checkered flag and Super Cat light inboard. Jerry Sorrentino and Joey Gratton waving the checkered flag. There's the pace boat with a checkered flag, signaling that the race is over. Only one incident, that involving WHM Motorsports and Medium Master. As far as we know, everyone is okay. Of course, it was a shortened storm course, and it is now over here in race number 3. Because of the inclement weather, all 3 races occurred today. The Sunday, we had races 1 and 2 this morning, race number 3 this afternoon. Freeze Frame Video Production, certainly proud to be a part of it. Great racing here in Cape Cod. Only one incident that we know of, and that was between WHM Motorsports and Medium Master. Very shortly, we'll have the final results for you. Rough waters all day today, making for highly competitive racing. Some of the homes there on the beach, on the shore here in Cape Cod. Town of Yarmouth. Okay, let's go with the winners now. Super Cat class, we've got Drambuie on ice in first place, we just saw a little while ago. Tommy Bahama in second, and WHM Motorsports falling to third place. Drambuie on ice remains in first place in the national point standings in Super Cat, getting the checkered flag today. And Super Cat Light inboard, in motion again in first, followed by How Sweet It Is, and Dirty Duck in third, in motion again in first place in Super Cat Light inboard. In Super Cat Light outboard, Snake Man Racing getting the checkered flag. Critical Lift in second. Snake Man coming out on top in Super Cat Light outboard. Zero Patience took a first place in the Super Cat Light Twin outboard. In Super V class, Nick Carter Racing in first, followed by Media Master. Of course, had an incident with WHM. And Phoenix Waste in third place. Nick Carter Racing, your winner in Super V. And those are your final results for race number 3. All right, now let's give you the national point standings for the respective classes. First off, in Super Cat, Drambuie on ice stays on top, followed by WHM Motorsports. They were tied, but now Drambuie has first place all by itself. In third place, it's Tommy Bahama and Hidden Agenda in fourth in the national point standings in Super Cat. In Super Cat inboard, it's In Motion again in first place, followed by How Sweet It Is and Dirty Duck. In Super V, Nick Carter Racing on top in first place, followed by Media Master in second. And in Super Cat outboard, it's Snake Man Racing with a substantial lead over Critical Lift. And that is it. Those are your national point standings for their respective classes. Great racing, highly competitive racing today. Only one incident, that was between Medium Master and WHM Motorsports, but no problems with the crew concerned there. Before we go, there are a few people that we would like to thank. First off, the entire staff of the APBA for orchestrating a fine event. Our special thanks to Gary and Nancy Johnson for their fine camera work. Also, a special thanks to our helicopter pilot, Mr. Ray Newcomb from JBI Helicopter. We're doing a great job. Also, a very special thank you to Eve Brinker for her help. So, this is Vince Lipari wishing you a fond farewell from Cape Cod, Massachusetts, hoping to see you at the 4th stop of the APBA Pro Series Tour in Savannah, Georgia. Bye, everyone. And the boats already beginning to line up and spread out following the pace boat, getting ready for this start. Of course, race number 3, the Super Cat and the Super Cat Light. And we're going with the Super Cat start. We got Drambuie on ice from the inside, DeSantis, Tommy Bahama, WHM, and Baker Engineering on the far outside. The boats now spread out, waiting for the green. Moments away from the start here in race number 3 in Savannah. And we've got a green flag now here in race number 3 at the inaugural Savannah Offshore Grand Prix. And it's Drambuie on ice, DeSantis, Tommy Bahama, WHM, and Baker all in the mix here in the Supercat start. Drambuie, DeSantis, Tommy Bahama, WHM, and Baker on the far outside. And going to the immediate lead, we got WHM with Tommy Bahama, Baker, and Drambuie. There is Baker on the far outside, Drambuie coming in on the inside. Real battle here in Supercat, and of course Tommy Bahama right behind WHM. And there we have Drambuie on ice there in second with WHM going to the lead. So it's WHM and Drambuie. On board WHM, Bill Muff enjoying pressure. Powered by Mercury. WHM second right now in national points. WHM. There's Drambuie and Tommy Bahama, and on the outside, Baker Engineering. Drambuie on ice, 40-foot skater. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson aboard up ahead there. WHM, your leader, going around the turn. Drambuie on ice. Currently first in national points. Coming off a checkered flag in Cape Cod. Drambuie on ice owners Gary Montano and Randy Hartman. World and national champions. And up ahead, there's WHM. And there's Tommy Bahama and DeSantis Chevrolet. WHM and Drambuie on ice going around the turn 1 and 2. These guys are battling not only for this race, but for the national point standings. WHM currently in second and Drambuie in first. Drambuie has 335 points, WHM 314. Nice jump there, WHM Motorsports. On board Drambuie on ice. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson. You at the wheel. There up ahead is WHM on the right side, going by. "40-foot skater, Sterling Power. Hugh Fuller at the wheel, John Tomlinson the throttle man. Hugh from Clearwater, John from Miami. WHM there, up ahead. Rear shot on board Drambuie on ice. There's Tommy Bahama on the left side. This is at the start. Onboard cameras provided by Freeze Frame Video Productions, 17 in all for this event. The owners of this 40-foot skater, Gary Montano and Randy Hartman. Back to our helicopter shot and the leader, WHM Motorsports. There on the outside is Drambuie on ice. Tommy Bahama, and on the there's DeSantis Chevrolet on the far outside. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. WHM, Drambuie on ice, Tommy Bahama, and DeSantis. Going around the turn, WHM and Drambuie. WHM still in the lead. Nice jump there by WHM. Battle going on here, WHM and Drambuie in Supercat. Water's fairly calm here in the Atlantic for this afternoon's race. WHM still holding on. On the far outside, Tommy Bahama. Round the turn, WHM. Right behind Drambuie and Tommy Bahama on the far outside. Tommy Bahama with Paul and Mark Nemshaw, 40-foot MTI. Battle continues here in Supercat. Tommy Bahama and Drambuie. WHM, your leader. These boats have been this close right from the start. Fourth national stop for the APBA this year. Oh, there's a caution flag out of American Racing. Apparently has gone over. Divers have been deployed. Drambuie and Ice taking the inside track here, getting real close to WHM. They definitely have touched. WHM and Drambuie, they're in a slight touch as they go around the turn. Once again, caution flags are out. American Racing has gone over. All right, let's go on board WHM a little bit earlier to watch that as they make their way around the track. WHM around the turn. Drambuie on ice on the left side coming in, and there you see Drambuie, and they definitely did touch as they went around that turn. Drambuie and WHM. Yellow flags are out. And we see that one more time. Drambuie coming into the picture. All competitors now being cautioned to slow down because of the American Racing incident. Let's go on board Drambuie on ice. Hugh Fuller and John Tomlinson. There's WHM on the right side. Drambuie taking the inside track on the turn. Rear shot on board Drambuie on ice. There you see WHM and Drambuie on ice making contact on that turn. Boats being cautioned to slow down because of American racing. Divers been deployed at that site. One more time, you see contact between these two boats. Super Cat. Tommy Bahama there on the right side with Paul and Mark Nemshoff. Everyone's slowing down. WHM and Drambuie going around that turn again. Here we see it from a different angle. Drambuie taking the inside track. American Racing on the right side. And once again, you see they make contact.